And if that's the chaos you want to live in, that is great. I love it for you. I love that for you, but that's not for me.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm racing the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Janae, and a little bit about myself is I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I'm a business owner. I've been running the smoke shop for the past 7 years. Make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell notification right there so you're aware of the next video that I upload. But on today's video, I'm going to be talking about 6 habits that I implement into my life that helped me change my mindset. So without further ado, let's get into this video. How I really was able to change my mindset from negative to positive. I started by praying every morning. First thing I did was pray. I got one with God. I started asking God to show me, to guide me, to give me direction. And I started listening, not listening to what the outside world was saying. Because let me tell you, the outside world can tell you a whole bunch of shit that will have you fucked up. And in today's world, life is just crazy. And sometimes you don't need crazy, you need calm, you need peace, and you need to figure out how to get there. And if you don't, you're gonna continue to live in that chaos. And if that's the chaos you wanna live in, that is great. I love it for you. I love that for you, but that's not for me. It's really not. I don't want that life. I want that peaceful, healthy, happy life where life just flows. You know what I'm saying? Where life flows and I don't have to worry about nothing. And I can just get up and go. Like I used to see people live good lives, travel, go places, eat good food, have nice cars, have nice things. And I used to be like, what's going on here? Why don't she have this? Why don't I have this? Where am I lacking at? What am I doing wrong here? And it's not like I wanted their life, but I knew that I could have a life like that if I did something different. I didn't know what the different was, but I knew I needed to do something different. I knew I had to unlock something in my mind for me to be able to click it over so I can start living that life that everybody else was living. So habit number 2 was I started reading books. I got into books so quick. It was crazy. Books was the second best thing that ever happened to me. And the reason why I was able to get into books is because I was in this company called Amway. Amway helped you to have a better mindset. And once I got into Amway and started seeing that, I started seeing millionaires in there, like people that was buying boats, taking trips on boats, going on vacation for 7 to 8 months, making money in their sleep, making money doing nothing. I was like, oh, I'm doing something wrong for real. When I got around them, that really, really shifted my mindset to see that, oh, I can have this life that I want. I just have to work for it. So they had this rule. I don't want to say they rule. They had this thing where you had to listen to a positive audio, read a book every day, and it had to be positive. Something that was going to shift your mind from that negative mindset to that positive mindset. Now, did I stay in Amway? I did not. Okay, I did not. But the one thing that I took from it was that part, was implementing daily audios, daily books, daily things that I can shift my mind from negative to positive. Because let me tell you, these rich people was out here living their best life. And I was like, oh, your girl can have that too. Oh, yes, she can have that too. Then I started implementing daily affirmations. Like daily affirmation is an important part of shifting your mindset. If you don't have daily affirmations, you're not going to be able to shift your mindset. You need to be able to be telling yourself something different than what your mind already knows. Your mind knows lack. Your mind knows struggle. Your mind knows broke. Your mind knows unhappiness. Your mind knows depression. If you want to get rid of that, you have to implement positive affirmation. And how I got that was from this movie called The War Room. It's a really good movie. You guys should definitely check it out. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I watched it on Netflix. Her husband was going through it. It was about to end. So she created a prayer room. So what I did was I created a prayer closet. And in this closet, I will post all my positive affirmations, how I felt, how I wanted to feel, how I wanted my life to be. And after I was done praying, I will go into my prayer closet and I will say these affirmations every day. Okay. Now, was it something that I believed at the beginning? No way, Jose. Did not believe it. Didn't even think about believing it. It was just something that I was just saying just to say it at the time. But once I continue to say it and continue to read positive books and continue to pray, it started to click for me. You know, it didn't click at the beginning, but it clicked when it needed to click. When that time came, it clicked. And what I was saying to myself, I was like, oh, I can have this life. I can be happy. I don't have to struggle. I don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. I am choosing to live this way because I don't know anything different. And once those affirmations clicked in my mind, oh baby, life is starting to look better. And I started to feel them and I started to believe them. And once I started to do that, I knew I was on the right track. So I was like, I got to keep going. I can't stop. Even though I didn't want to. I didn't want to keep going because it's easier to give up than it is to keep going. But my mind was like, bitch, if you don't keep going, you want to live that broke life? No, I didn't want to live that broke life. So guess what? My black ass kept going. I started to implement motivational speakers. Motivational speakers really took it to the next level for me because I was watching regular, ordinary people like me and you, just like me and you, get up and talk about the great life that they was having. You was having a great life. You having a great life. You're waking up happy. Who was waking up happy? Because I wasn't. I was waking up mad. And I was like, how am I supposed to wake up happy? I was listening to people's life that was struggling, that was broke, and came from that and became something great in life. The people I was listening to every day was Les Brown, Tony Robinson, Lisa Nichols, Abraham Hicks, and Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas is the hip hop preacher that he came out like way back in the days, and he had like this Instagram, and I would go on his Instagram all the time and I would check him out and I would stalk him because he would be like, if you don't get up early in the morning, your day is not going to be successful. Your day starts 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, granted, I'm definitely not getting up that early in the morning. That was his life, but it sounded good. You know what I'm saying? But he inspired me. They all inspired me to want to change my life because all of them was regular. They were regular people like me and you. They didn't come from money. They didn't have a lot of money. They came from nothing and got something. Next step I did, I got away from negative people. Like, I don't know if I said it at the beginning, but negative people will hold you down. Negative friends, negative family, negative spouses, all of that. Anybody that's negative, that's not doing what you want to do, get rid of their ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it like that. You don't gotta like, nope, you gotta cut their ass off. You can't have a whole bunch of negative people telling you how to live a life if they not living that life. If they not out here winning, how are they going to tell you to win if they're not winning? Please tell me, because that was my biggest thing, was listening to people tell me how to live my life. And I was listening, and then I wasn't successful. And then I wasn't getting to where I wanted to go because I was listening to people who didn't have what I wanted. So I had to eliminate all that. And when I eliminated all that, all the good started to click in my head. I was able to hear God better. I was able to listen to what God was saying, because before I was just praying, I would just be on the go. Pray and go, pray and go. And I'll be like, why God isn't talking to me? He's not talking to you because you're not listening, boo-boo. You're not listening. Just like I am listening, but you're not. You're listening to Tom, Dick, and Harry tell you how to live a life that they don't have. And I was like, oh, you're right. I need to change that. So what I did was I got rid of their ass. Okay, I didn't get rid of their ass like that, but I definitely stepped away from negative people. And then, listen, things were going great, but I still had that negative voice in the back of my head holding me back. I still was, having those negative thoughts. Now, the affirmations was working, the prayer was working, the reading the books, all of that was all there. I had all that, but I was missing something, and I didn't know what I was missing. Because it was like I would get up and I would have a great morning. I would read, I would pray, I would say my affirmation, I would listen to my audio, I would read my book, and then I would go out to the world. And soon as anything negative hit me, I would break down. I'd be like, oh, everything I just read, heard, listened, all that out the window. I'm mad now. Fuck them, fuck you, fuck this life. And I would go back to my old self. And I was like, why do I keep going back? Like, why can't I stick with this? And it was, for me, it was because I needed to meditate. Once I figured that out, it was a game changer, baby. Your girl was on fire. Now, I found a center out here in Las Vegas that helped me to control my mindset and how I thought. I paid them to go every day. I was meditating every day, 5 days a week. Nope, 6 days a week. And I would meditate for an hour. And it helped me to control all those thoughts that was running through my mind daily. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's so hard to meditate. It is hard to meditate because I was trying to do it without the center. I thought I was doing it. I thought I was doing something, but I wasn't. I really wasn't. I was just playing around, I guess. But once I went to the center and have people show me how to do it, that took my mind to the next level. That really helped everything click for me. I was able to pull all of that together. So my prayer, my books, my audios, my affirmations, all of that began to work extremely well once I began to meditate. Meditation is like the best thing that ever happens. And I always preach that to people. I'll be like, do you meditate? No, you need to meditate. You need to clear your mind from all those negative thoughts, because the only thing what's playing in your mind is what you've been living the last 15, 20, 30 years, or however long you've been on earth. That's what's playing in your mind. Your mind is just repeating everything it's been hearing, everything you've been saying, everything that people has been saying to you. And in order for that, you need to be able to silence that out. Now, you're not going to completely get rid of it, but you're going to be able to silence it out where you're able to control what you're listening to and what you're not listening to. You're able to distinguish the difference between God's voice and the negative voices, you know, that goes on in your head. So once I stuck that bad boy in there, man, it was a game changer for me. I was the shit. Okay. I'm still the shit. You can't tell me nothing. I can get in there and get to meditating, and boom, immediately everything will be just fine. But it took time and energy and consistency and patience to get to this level. So if changing your mindset is something you want to do, you definitely can do it. You just have to figure out habits that's going to work for you. For me, these habits work for me. And if you want to take some of these habits and implement into your day-to-day life, definitely do it. Figure out, like, play around, see how you feel. But one thing I would say you need to implement is prayer, daily affirmation, and meditation. Those three things you definitely need to implement, like, on a daily, no matter what. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care anything else you decide to implement, but those three things you definitely need to add to your day-to-day lifestyle, because those things are very powerful and they will help you. So with that being said, that's how your girl changed her mindset from negative to positive. And if you like that, go ahead and try it out and come back to my channel and let me know how it worked for you, because you know what? I know it's going to work because it worked for me, and you can do it too. So if this video was good and interesting, make sure you share with somebody. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a good day, have a good night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost.